when we are starting to learn this language, so reading is must. When we read, so first of all we should think that what kind of book we are reading. Suppose if there are self-help books and fictions and so many genres are there, but those who are beginners, so every kind of books is not made for everyone. So those who are beginners, when it comes to me, I would say that they should go with short stories first, because when they read short stories, so the vocabulary that are used in short stories, that is very easy to comprehend, and it is always connected with our daily life. So somewhere they are just elevating their knowledge about English and their understanding about English, that how particular sentence structure being used in common sentences. So it will be good. And other thing is that if we are reading any story, so it is not enough that we are reading only for simple single time. When we read
Hmm.
on first time, so it is only for our reading skill, and when we go for multiple times, second time, third time, so it is for our comprehension. So it is must to learn one particular context that is of our choice, that to multiple time, so that time you are going to get something on the other. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
my view.
Yeah, absolutely. You're correct.
Oh, yeah. So when we start reading, so sometimes we think that reading is monotonous because we
Hmm.
don't take interest, and it is not cup of everyone's tea. What
Hmm.
happened when we read? So we feel boring, and sometimes we feel today I have read 20 pages, and after that there are totally holidays for 1 week or sometimes 2 days, 3 days, but there is not consistency. If anybody just want to read something, we are supposed to maintain our consistency. If we are reading one page daily, so it should be one page by hook or by crook. And if we are reading for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just start from small steps are also very imperative in our learning, because what happens sometimes we don't know that what result we are going to get, but these small efforts make us learn that how we can learn something in our life, how we can do implementation of our learning, and how we can just impart our knowledge to others. So in this way we should start.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay.
So ma'am,
Okay.
how did you start your reading? How did you start?
Reading. Okay. When I realized that it is very important to be fluent in this language, then that time I realized, at the same time, I realized that it is very important to read because previously I was reading my academic books when I was in my school time, and that time I have honestly I have done all my education in my mother tongue till my schooling time. I mean plus two time, and that time there was a subject English. Actually, it is a language, right? But we all learned it in the mode of subject, right? So that time it was pretty difficult for me to understand all these things. And that time there was a book, and still I think there is more editions of that particular book called Labor India. And in that book, each essays there would be an essay of each chapter, and the exact essays Malayalam version also will be there. So I used to read the particular paragraph in English, and at the same time I used to read the particular passage in Malayalam as well. So I got to know about the different sentence constructions, vocabularies, and so on. So that time itself, I realized that it is very important to read more. Then only we will get to know about more and more, irrespective of the of language, whatever the language it is. We have to read. So now my aim is to become fluent in this language, this particular language. So I recalled all these memory and I just started to read just 2 months back. That's how I am into reading nowadays. So it's very inconsistent here. Nowadays, I read at least 5 pages every day.
Wow, that's great. Yeah. Yeah, actually, when it comes to me, I started reading. Uh, Means in a different manner. When I was in my childhood, so that time we used to fetch some articles from any shop. So whatever envelope I used to get, so I was too fond of reading. I used to read every single page, whatever I'm finding here and there. Sometimes if any article is being purchased from outside, so I would read there. And sometimes if I would get any gift wrapped with some paper, so I would read there. So in this way, I have just started my reading.
Okay, that's fantastic. Yeah, there are so many people out there, they found out reading. But it was very difficult
Hmm.
for me to read for the initial time. It, it is something different when we read academic books. It is very mandatory, somehow we have to finish it. So it was some kind of compulsion. But apart from that, for it, in the viewpoint of enlargement of our speaking fluency, that time there is no compulsion. If we want to do, then we can do. Otherwise, there is no compulsion. There is nobody to make us sit, and there is nobody to say us to read now. This is the time to read. There is nobody. So it is our decision, our determination. So initially it was very monotonous for me as well, and but I was very determined, well determined, and I enlarged. I mean, I just started again and again the same page. Initially, I was reading a single page every day, and gradually, what I did was I read the same page again and again, and gradually it became easy for me. Now I read at least 5 pages. Now it's okay. I'm into reading, I can say.
Wow, that's great. Actually, when we are in reading, na, so that time we enjoy the process, and when we enjoy the process, so it feels really fantastic. Because what happened when we enjoy something, na, so we learn easily, and we learn in very good manner, like fun with learn with fun method. So it
Hmm.
is always good because with our students also, we share our knowledge in this manner only.
Hmm. Yeah, correct. Whatever we
Yeah.
do, we have to enjoy it first. Then only we can be consistent. We could stay consistent there.
Mm.
Whatever we do, we have to enjoy the process. We have to take it as the hobby, as
Yes.
it our hobby, right?
Yes. If you are not enjoying, so just deliberately come through this process. Yes, I'm enjoying anyhow.
Hmm.
Yes, no
Okay.
matter what.
Hmm. Okay, so how many books have you read in this year?
Mm. Uh, Previously, I used to read short stories, but now as I have started reading, so I have completed one book, that is The Alchemist. And
Hmm.
nowadays, I am just going with Atomic Habits.
Oh, wow,
Yes.
that's great. Hmm. Hmm.
And
Okay,
there was
so
one romantic novel.
I also started to read Atomic Habits last day, and I just read first chapter, and I just revised it again and again for at least 5 times. So could you recollect what was the first chapter about?
I can recollect the main thought of the main learning of that book. If we just want to learn something, we just want to inculcate any good habit. So just to make it obvious, means
Hmm.
it should be visible in front of you and make it attractive. It should be uh, look like uh, uh, look like something beautiful, something magnificent in your life. And in this way, you will be able to collect that. If you want to leave any bad habit, if you want to get rid of any bad habit, just make it unattractive, make it unobvious. Suppose if I just want to leave my tea addiction, so I can keep away all my tea boxes and sugar box away from my eyes, and I can make it burst. Means I'm not going to add cardamom, I'm not going to add ginger in that. So in this way it will not look attractive and it will not feel not sounds tasty. So in this way we can, I have learned that if you want to gain any good habit, make it attractive, and if you want to get rid of any bad habit, make it unattractive.
Okay. So, do you think that we can implement all these, I mean, so-called habits or methods into our life? Do you think it is easy? Because after all, it's a
Yeah,
book.
we
Yeah.
can maintain. We can
Hmm.
maintain, and we can just take it into our life positively if we are determined to do this. If
Hmm.
we are not determined, we are not. There is no perseverance with us, so we are not going to get any result. It is all up to us how we take the things easily.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm on board.
Yes. Actually, what happened? Some people read only for the reading purpose. That this
Hmm.
is the book, and I have finished it between 2 months and 1 month. Yeah, in this way. But if true reading is that if you are grasping something into your life, if you are doing implementation of that learning into your life, so that is true reading. If you are
Hmm.
reading uselessly without any aim, so there is no use of reading any book.
Hmm.
Implementation is must.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
So, which book are you going to read now?
Actually, I haven't completed that atomic habit only. Yes.
Hmm.
But I have also completed one romantic book, that is Jab We Met.
Okay.
We met in this week. Yeah. So that is also very fantastic book. We
Hmm.
met. That's the way. Yeah.
Okay. So, when did you start to make it as a hobby?
Yeah, I started making it my habit for last 3 months, I think, because yes, last 3 months.
Oh.
Before that, I was not into. I was not a regular reader, but
Hmm.
for last 3 months, I have been a regular reader.
Yeah, okay. So, yeah, first, initially, it's not, we will not think that it is my cup of tea, right? Even I felt
Mm.
so because it's very important to choose the correct book. Initially, as you said earlier, we could go for storybooks. So that time we will get a time gap to merge into it, and gradually we can go for any other kind of books which we use as additional or developed or fancy vocabularies.
Yes.